So you've decided to get meat rabbits. That's great. Now, where are you going to find them? Where can you source good breeding stock to get your program going? Well, there's a few options, and a lot of this is going to depend on what's available to you locally, how many breeders there are in your area, how wide the interest is. That determines whether or not there's stock available close to you. And the other question is going to be, is that the breed you wanted to keep? Is that the breed you decided on? You may need to open up your idea of what breeds you want to keep. You know, maybe the breed that you had your heart set on isn't available to you locally, so maybe you need to rethink that idea, see if there's something that is a little more available, a little closer to you. But there are other options too. A lot of people just won't have any local meat rabbit sources at all, and that's all right. There's still options out there. There are rabbit transport services who will actually do the legwork, get the rabbit from a seller to a buyer. You know, a lot of these work differently. There's some good ones online. You can find them on Facebook. You can do some searches. But some other places to look for breeders are breeder directories, which you can find a lot of times through a good quality website, through like ARBA, the American Rabbit Breeders Association, or breed specific clubs, or also there's directories through like the Livestock Conservancy. Now that's a neat option because their goal is to keep the less common breeds going, those that are becoming kind of endangered themselves, simply because no one's growing them because commercial breeds took over. And it's not just rabbits, it's cows, it's chickens, it's all sorts of things. If you go on their website, they do run a directory. Something to keep in mind is that just because you see a listing in a directory doesn't necessarily mean that that is a great breeder. We like to think they are, and they probably are if they're putting in the effort to make listings. But you still have to be cognizant of the fact and check out the animals when you see them. Try and check out the seller as much as you can. Do a little bit of research and vetting. You're not necessarily apt to find a lot of reviews on a breeder, but you might, and if they're out there, see what people are saying. You know, keeping in mind that there's always two sides to stories, so as with any online review, I always consider both points of view, but I do like to listen and see what people are saying and see if it's more good than bad. So, you know, these are some places that you can look to try and find some rabbits. Obviously, if you know a local meat rabbit raiser, that would be a good place to start. See if they've got anything upcoming and available, or see if they know anyone. Rabbit shows, different rabbit groups, 4-H, things like that. Even if they don't have any, a lot of those people will know other growers, breeders. So those are all good places to get a start and look for rabbits.